everybody. Welcome into the Fort Worth Christian Coaches Show. What a great day to be a Cardinal as we were preparing for a big week, guys. Cardinals are off to a hot start, 3-1. Things are looking really good. This week's a big week for our team as we travel out to Midland. As always, welcome in head coach Jared Hudgens. Coach, great to see you. Man, this is a big week, kind of a homecoming of such for you and the staff. Why don't we get that out of the way first? How's it going to feel to head back out west and see a lot of people that you've coached with over the past years?
Well, I was talking to Coach McClendon yesterday, and we're just, we're both pretty excited about it because, we got a great relationship, Coach McClendon and I. And he was there for me during a hard time in my life when I was young, and he helped fill that gap. So he's always gonna have that kind of role in my life. But going back, getting to play the Mustangs is pretty special to me and Coach Davis, Coach Schoolcraft for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And the Cardinals and Mustangs have had a storied, really great rivalry over the years. And even when, one team went up and one team went down, everybody shows up when it's Midland week. And so, us making the travel out there, how's that going to look for our team? Talk a little bit about travel arrangements and what we're going to do and when we're leaving, and kind of step us through game day prep there.
Right. Well, we're actually leaving a day early, so
okay.
We're leaving the day early, and going to stay in Abilene just so the guys can stay focused and that a full day of travel doesn't really add up on them. So they get to get a good night's sleep and then not travel as far the next day and then stay off their feet most of the day and then be ready to go on Friday night.
Any walkthrough thing, practice in Abilene? Or?
Yes, sir. We'll do a walkthrough there at Shotwell and take advantage of that, and then go on into a church that's hosting us there. Golf Course Road Church Christ is going to host the team and
fantastic.
Help us out, so we're excited.
Well, that's great. You know what? Let's look back at Maypro. A great win. I think one of the things we've had the next man up syndrome, or the next man up, not syndrome, but the next man up, mentality this season with the Cardinals. So we got a big playmaker back this week. It looked like he had a great game. Kind of walk us through what you saw offensively that you liked, where we've grown a little bit. So what'd you see out at Maypro?
Well, anytime you can get the ball in Chance Luper's hands, you're going to help yourself out. So he's kind of good at football. Go figure. But no, so getting Chance back really helped, obviously. Mm-hmm. But what it does is it opens us up, and those now where we didn't have Chance, all those guys that had to step up and fill a role, they got so much experience that now they're trusted, and we can go to them more often and help spread the field, and that's just going to make us a more dynamic offense moving forward.
Defensively, let me give you a couple stats real quick here. I thought these were really interesting, and I think they were positive stats. The Cardinals overall this year, points per game, we're scoring 30, almost 31 points a game, but we're giving up 28 points a game. Mm-hmm. We've got some explosiveness with almost 400 yards of offense, but then again, we're also giving up almost 400 yards to the opposing offense. So what does that say to you as a coach, and where do you kind of dig down to find out where you're going to fix next?
Well, honestly, defensively, what we've been trying to work on the most has been the tackling. With the numbers we got right now, just being as physical as we'd like to be in practice just isn't really an option. We got to keep guys healthy, so we have to adapt to mitigate that issue. And I feel we're getting better. Our guys are making their reads a lot quicker now, and I feel we're getting where we need to be. It's just a matter of finishing the job when we get there, not allowing yards after contact, things like that. That's been our biggest issue. Last week, they had 70-plus yards on a great play by a young man going over two of our guys. Like that doesn't happen often. Right. So you got to chalk some of that up to that. Otherwise, they're under 300 yards of offense.
Do you think it's an experience in the system that we're running this year, a learning curve, or is this kind of, I don't know what it is.
Some coaches may think that there's that learning curve, but if you keep it simple, and it's not like our guys are out of position. The fact of the matter is this couple just like the big play we gave up early is, the kid went up and made a play. You got to give him credit.
Sure.
So, it's still that kind of game.
No, absolutely. I think looking forward to a Friday night out in Midland, hey, it's going to be a little cooler, less humidity. I think we can really have a big boost of adrenaline and energy as we start that ball game. But what are you looking for out of the Mustangs? They traditionally kind of, some years they got a great running back, some years they got a good quarterback. What are they looking at this year? Because their record's just 2-2, and they've kind of been up and down, lost big, won close, lost big. So what do you see out of the Mustangs?
They played some stout competition these past few weeks. Wall and Americas are both really good squads. Wall's top 5 in the state and in 3A or 4A, and they're solid.
Mhm.
I mean, they're a physical bunch, so you got to bring it. And they only lost by a score to them. Lost by a score to 6A El Paso Americas. So they're tough. They're always going to be tough. It's just part of that what they do out there. They're going to run the football. They're going to rely on their quarterback to make smart decisions and take care of the football and not beat themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, one of the great things about growing our football team is I see them more disciplined out there, and I see things that are going our way. And I know that building on this 3-1 worth of momentum is going to be huge because confidence has got to be really big right now in the locker room and on the practice field.
Right, especially, getting some guys back healthy, and we'll get a few more healthy this week, and then hopefully we get a few more the next. But, it's just been a matter of getting guys where they need to be to go every week. And that's really been a weekly process because of the injuries we've had.
Sure.
So as we go out to Midland, we're just looking for that. Who's going to step up next? Because somebody's going to step up and make
Right.
a play that they maybe not would have made last week, but they're going to make this week. And going into each game, we talk a lot about the turnover game. I mean, we're still doing pretty solid in that. We had a chance last week to have 3 first half turnovers and we let all 3 slide. And come back in the second half and get 3. Came back and get 3. So if we handle our business in the first half, we're not as in a hole in the second half.
Absolutely.
And we're excited to get after that.
Well, I mean, when you look at just what we're doing here and going to Midland, is there a matchup on both sides of the ball? Is there a Mustang and a Cardinal? Is there a marquee matchup that we're going to look at this year as we look to this week?
Well, each week we're interested to see what teams are going to do with number 9. So that's always on your radar is what's going to happen. But outside of that, there's matchups everywhere. It's just in a matchup like this, it's every guy's going to raise their level because it is what it is. It's Midland Christian versus Fort Worth Christian.
Well, Carson's he's off to a good start.
Yeah.
His passing yardage, I think he's averaging almost 4 yards a carry on rushes. 9 touchdown passes, and I think he's rushed for a few more as well. So he's really having a great year. What do you see about his maturation process that will help him go into Midland Stadium and kind of lead this team?
He's developed so much just since the summer, since we got in and started working with him, and he's really become a leader. He's helping those young guys learn what they need to learn so he can trust them more, get them the ball, and that's going to help us down the road.
Well, guys, if Coach and I are excited about it as we are this morning talking some early morning football, that you've got to get excited about it. And there's no real better way for you, if you're not making the trip out to Midland this week, you need to download the TAPS TV app. You need to go to the Mustang Network, and the Cardinals and Mustangs will be aired live via streaming on that network. So that's TAPS TV, the Mustang Network. You can follow every single play, watch Coach and the men out there battle and try to bring a victory home. So, Coach, good luck on that. Good luck this week. It's going to be a heck of a ball game, and I can't wait to get back together next week and break it down. But before we go, let's talk about one more thing. Next week, big game here at Barrow Field, and what we're going to have before that game is our annual tailgate. So we're going to have more information on that this week, but save the date for next Friday night. It's going to be a big game day presentation right here on the campus with our annual tailgate. So, guys, until that next time, as we always say, let's go Cardinals.